So it's another vlog about insomnia. Um, so what I'm noticing about my sleep. Um, so it's been now every 1 week I'm taking almost a pill, and I'm trying to sleeping pill, and I'm trying to not do that. Um, Last night I controlled myself. I was going to get the pill, but I controlled it. Um, it seems to be it's like I trained my body before to sleep, to go 2 to 3 weeks without the pill, without the sleeping pill like passion flower. But recently it's got worse, and so I've been taking it almost every week. And the same thing, like I'm noticing a pattern here. Like before, it used to be every 3 weeks, and then my body needs the pill for some reason. I don't know why. So I'll have to take a pill. I'm having panic attack just to calm me down and let me go back to sleep, right? It's not necessarily a panic attack, but sometimes I take it. Um, Sometimes I used to take it like if let's say one night I couldn't sleep, I'll just take one because I don't want to go to work sleepless, right? And tired, and sleepless or tired or in a panic mood, right? I don't want to have panic attack at work, so I will take it at to try to sleep to prevent a panic attack at least. Um, But yeah, recently every week I have to take the pill. It seems to be like the quality of sleep is getting worse. Um, so reflecting back, I was thinking like looking back, I'm looking at this situation. Well, I think I think I've been staying up more often. That's why it's got more worse. Um, because I'm going back to the theory that I should increase my sleep drive, and this is the wrong thing, I guess, to do. It's the wrong thing to do. Yeah, I know that there's that theory. We have to increase your sleep drive and reduce your bedtime, reduce like anxiety at the bed, right? So if you stay up longer, you're gonna reduce the anxiety at the bedtime, and you increase your sleep drive, and that will help you sleep good. Okay, that theory might work. It does work, but the problem, it creates another problem. This is what the problem is creating for me right now, actually. Because I reviewed my videos from the past, and I think what worked for me was not increasing my sleep drive. That's not what worked. Um, so always you review yourself, right, to see what worked, what didn't work. I think what worked for me in the past was um, me staying in bed all the time, really. And even I have anxiety, I have fear. It will eventually help you overcome the anxiety and fear. See, if you're always scared, you have bad anxiety because you can't sleep, then your body learns to be anxious all the time, every time it comes to bedtime. The only way to get rid of the anxiety is to face the anxiety, right? So, okay, stay in bed, go through the fear, go through it, and then eventually your body will learn not to be scared. Like, oh, it's normal, just another day, just like another day, right? And eventually, you will conquer the fear. And even if you don't sleep, it's still okay. Like this is what I teach myself. Even if I don't sleep, it's okay as long as I rest. As long I'm getting rest. And doing that probably has allowed me in the past to improve my sleep, right? And I think just have to be more persistent, because persistence Being persistent is the key. And I'm addicted to videos, right? YouTube videos and stuff, and it does help me sleep. That's why I'm addicted to it, right? So sometimes I have the tendency, okay, I can't sleep. Okay, I'm just gonna put on a YouTube video and or something to help me sleep, and then I end up watching all night, right? And then eventually my sleep is not improving. So there's some habits I have to change, right? Um, some habits that need to be changed. It's not every night that I watch YouTube, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's just that tendency, and it breaks because if you don't have persistent, you're not persistent in your habits. You will not develop good habits, sleep habits, and then eventually you will notice yourself, even if you're not YouTube, you're doing something else, maybe a homework, or you're doing assignment, or you're doing or cleaning the house, or cooking, or doing something at night, right? Or even making a vlog at night. Um so that you always find an excuse to keep yourself doing something, right? To be busy with something, um and instead of investing that time to try to sleep, right? Yeah, usually 4 hours of sleep is enough for my body right now. Like, I don't feel sleepy anymore. I get 4 hours. After 4 hours, I'm wide awake. I know that's not normal, um, but that's what my body got used to. That's what my body got used to. So if I get 4 hours, I'm okay. If I get less, I feel like shit. 4 hours, I'm still feeling like shit, but not as bad. Average, which my body got used to it. But yeah, it's like we adapt to stress. Our body knows. The good thing about human being, we adapt to stress and we adapt to anxiety. Like, this is the thing, we adapt to our condition. um, no matter how much stress we go through or anxiety, we adapt to it. It's like, okay, just like another day, right? um, so we adapt to even any habits, sleep habits, eating habits. Our body is adaptable, and this is the problem. We have to break from habits that we develop, bad habits, and it's very hard to break from any bad habit, um, including sleep bad habits, right? Eating bad habits. It's very difficult. It's not an easy task. um, it's just like any other addiction. You're dealing with an addiction, right? Sleep problem becomes an addiction. Eating problem become an addiction, and you just have to deal with it, like any other addiction. And it's very difficult, very difficult to break away from an addiction. It's very difficult, and that requires mental power, free will, strong will. You have to be very strong at will. If you don't have that strong will, self-control, self-discipline, very hard. And I'm the kind of person who don't have that discipline, right? Like, it's not that I cannot be disciplined. I can. It's just that I don't like discipline. I like to define my own time. Like, okay, today I'm hungry right now, I will eat. I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat, right? I don't have a schedule, right? I don't like to have a schedule. I like to be free, right? This is my personality, right? But it's that even that it doesn't mean I cannot have some discipline in my life. I mean, I could train myself to have discipline. Um, just like as I said, we're all adaptable, right? We could train ourselves to do whatever we want. Um, and if I train myself, maybe it will feel normal at some point to eat at certain time, sleep at certain time, right? Eat certain amount of food, right? Like, have control, not eat whenever you want, right? Or how much, or not eat the amount of food that you want, also eat less. So it all comes down to discipline and self-control eventually. um, but I so the pattern I'm seeing here is that the more you sleep, the more you will feel sleepy. Okay, the more you sleep, the more your body get learns to feel sleepy. Like you will fall asleep easily. The longer this correlation between the number of hours of sleep and how easy it is for you to fall asleep, right? So the longer hours your body learns to sleep, the easier it's gonna become for you to fall asleep. So there are two different sleep problems, as I know. Some of us have both of these sleep problems: is falling asleep and staying asleep. That's the second problem. First problem is how fast you fall asleep. Some people take 2 hours, 1 hour, or maybe 3, 4 hours. I don't know. Some people take them a long time to fall asleep, but once they fall asleep, they stay asleep. That's one problem. Some people, they don't have a problem falling asleep, but they keep waking up throughout the night, right? So this is the second kind of problem, sleep problem, right? They could fall asleep easily, but they keep waking up throughout the night. Um, the second problem seems to be um, maybe less painful, I guess, because if you could sleep back, it's okay as long as you're sleeping, right? If you could sleep easily, even though you wake up throughout the night multiple times, you could sleep back, okay, no problem. That's less severe, but the one that's most severe is my condition, which is it has both combination of both problems. I cannot fall asleep easily, and I keep waking up throughout the night. So I have combination of both problems, which is more severe than these two conditions. Um, because I wish I could just wake up and fall back to sleep. That's not that easy. Sometimes once I wake up, that's it. I can't go back to sleep ever. Ever, I mean ever. Until the next day, right? So this is the problem. And it takes me a long time to fall asleep. Um, and when I do sleep, I only sleep a few hours. That's it. Um, so that's the problem. That's the problem with me. So yeah, I did notice there's a correlation between the number of hours you sleep and how and and so the number of hours you sleep and how fast you fall asleep, right? For example, my daughter, she sleeps 15, 20 hours. I don't know, 15, not 20 hours, 15 hours maybe. It's an exaggeration. Close to 15 hours. She comes from school, she sleep. She wake up, she go to school. After school, the only time she's awake she's when she's in school, and maybe a few hours after school. That's it. And she's taking naps in the afternoon, like crazy. She sleeps the longest. She wakes up even late to school. Sometimes we have to wake her up. So her body is used to sleep, right? Her body is used to sleep. So it learned to sleep, right? Throughout the day, throughout the night. For her, it's easy to fall asleep. I notice my daughter, if I'm talking to her in the car, she fall asleep because her body is used. Like it becomes so easy for her to fall asleep. That's what I'm trying to say. Like she is the easiest to fall asleep from all my kids, and that's why I'm getting this pattern. Like, and I noticed it with me too. Like the days when I sleep very good, it's much easier for me to fall asleep. Let's say today I sleep 6 hours, 7 hours, and the next day I sleep another 6, 7 hours. And there's like a pattern for 1 week. I sleep 6 to 7 hours every day. And then after 1 week or two, I notice that it's become easy for me to fall asleep. Right? It's not like I'm staying in bed and I'm like, oh, 1 hour, 2 hours, something like, if I, you know what I mean. But then something happens. I go through stress. I go through work, all that bullshit, and then I break through the habit. I stay up late, and then I break that habit of me sleeping, you know, 6 hours or 7 hours. So I end up maybe sleeping 4 hours, and I'm like, oh fuck, all my habit is gone now. Now it's hard for me to fall asleep. So, and I noticed that too. Like when, like after I take the pill, my sleep starts improving. Also, like I take the pill, sleep starts improving the first few days, and then gradually it become worse, right? So let's say I take the pill tonight and I get 7 hours of sleep. Next day, okay, because I got this 7 hours sleep, my body is able to fall asleep more faster, and then slowly it starts to degrade. Slowly. I don't know why, but maybe because my body needs that pill. I don't know. But eventually, the less time I notice like I'm sleeping, the harder it becomes for me to fall asleep. Right? So if I slept 7 hours today, next day maybe I'll sleep six, and then the day after five, four, and then three, and then two. And then I'm fucked. I have to go back to take the pill again, right? Because 2 hours is like not enough, and I'm in a panic attack. Like once it reaches the 2 hours, then I'm having panic attacks. Um, and that's the problem. But today, for example, today is like it's been almost 1 week. I think I didn't take the pill, so my body is kind of gone crazy now. I slept at 8, I think 8 or 9, close to 8, 8:30 something, 8 something. I don't recall because I was watching a movie and then I fell asleep. And you could tell when your body falls asleep, you could tell it fell asleep. Like when your body falls asleep. So I fell asleep. I woke up at 10:30. I'm like, is it morning? It felt like morning at first. I'm like, oh, is it time to wake up? But I'm like, no, it can't be because I have insomnia. It cannot be. I felt like it was morning, but I'm like, no, it cannot be. I checked the time. It was like 10:30. I'm like, holy fuck. I was expecting at least 2 because 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Because the previous night was like around 1:30, or the previous night I slept until 1:30 or 2 a.m. or no 1:30. I think it was 1:30. The previous night. The previous night I slept only until 1:30 a.m. from the same thing 8 to 1:30, and and I stayed up all night. I couldn't sleep. Right, all night I was awake, and because of that, one bad habit, I stayed up. I stayed up all night instead of trying to sleep. The next day become more worse. I think so. This is what I'm thinking. This is my theory. Because one night got messed up, the next day I slept less. So what happened is the night before I slept until 8 to 1:30, I think it was 1:30. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 5 hours something I slept. Which is good, right? But less than 6 hours. But that affected my sleep the next day. The next day I only slept from 8 to 10 or 10:30, let's say. 9, 10, 2 hour and a half. I got half of the sleep the next day because the previous day I fucked up, right? The previous day I didn't sleep, and even today I got half of the sleep, 2 hour and a half. I still forced myself to sleep. I stayed up, like I said, okay, maybe I'll do some few things until like midnight, until 1 a.m. So until 1 a.m. I'm just on my phone, and I regret doing that. I regret it because I tried to stay without my phone. Like I tried to control it. I'm like, oh, maybe let me try to watch some video. Maybe it will help me fall asleep. This is what goes on in my mind. It will help me fall asleep, but no, it didn't. By the time it's 1 a.m., I'm like, fuck, this is not helping me fall asleep. So I'm gonna turn it off and I'm gonna go back to sleep. And it worked. I didn't sleep, but I went through a stage of fake sleep. I will call it fake sleep. You could call it whatever you want to call it. There's three stages of sleep, I think. What's the first stage called? I forgot. Light sleep, right? Light sleep. There's REM and there's deep sleep, right? On my smartwatch, it will show all these three: light, REM, deep. So the fake sleep is probably the light sleep. I don't know, because light sleep is just a fake sleep. Even the watch could see it as sleep, but to me it's fake sleep because it doesn't feel like it's a real sleep. All right, it doesn't feel like you slept. Uh, your mind is active. You could probably hear the aircon in the room. You could hear the fan in the room. You could hear anything in the room. You're not sleeping, so that's fake sleep. Okay. But surprisingly, even though it's fake sleep, you could hear your surroundings, but you could have dreams. It's like dreams, but not they're not real dreams, right? Like fake dreams, fake sleep with fake dreams. Um, what I mean by fake dreams is not you're awake, but your mind is thinking. It's actively thinking about something, and you're not in control of your thoughts. Your brain is kind of, right. You're not like fully aware of your thoughts. So that's why it's a fake dream. But you are thinking, you're thinking, you're awake. It's like you're half asleep. I won't say half asleep, but it's like you because when I try to sleep, I try to shut down my mind, not to think about anything, and but your mind still kind of decides to think about things, right? Like you cannot because you feel bored. That's the thing. You're laying in bed doing nothing. You're gonna feel bored, and so your mind decides to entertain itself and by making some random thoughts that illogical, that has no meaning, just like a dream. But your heart rate is high. Your breathing is difficult. You can still feel it. Like I'm laying in bed. I'm not restful, right? I could feel my heart rate is high. I could feel because I remember I have tinnitus and I could feel the pulsation of my heart sometimes. So I could feel it's high. I could feel my breathing is difficult. So I'm not resting, right? It's not a restful sleep. It's fake sleep. Because when you sleep, your heart rate goes down, everything goes down. Your and when you wake up, you feel rested. Like it feels like it's like it will feel like fresh. It's like oh, it's just like it feels like morning, right? Oh, it's like morning time, right? It will feel like morning time. When you properly sleep, you know you slept. You know it. Your body knows it. You know it, right? Like, oh yeah, I slept. I had a dream. This, that. You know you slept. Like, you cannot fake it. You know you slept. You know you had proper sleep. But when you have fake sleep, you also know it too. Like, no, this is not sleep. This is no. You cannot convince me this sleep. Even if they have this machines hooked up to my head and they told me you're sleeping, even if my smartwatch tell me I'm sleeping, I'm like, no, this is fucking bullshit. It's not sleep. You know it, right? This is why I say we have fake sleep. We have a stage where we have a fake sleep. You could call it light sleep if you want. Maybe that's what light sleep is. I don't know. It's just another form of fake sleep. It's not a real sleep. It's not restful sleep where your body feels rested. No. It's just it's better than staying awake, I guess. It's better to have that fake sleep than stay awake and be on your phone, I guess. Um, it's not that restful, but it's better than nothing, I think. I think it's better we have fake sleep and fake dreams than being on our phone or doing something busy cooking or whatever you have to do whatever you do at night to keep yourself entertained, right? It's way better to have that. So the all night So it was few hours I stayed on my phone. I couldn't sleep, and I decided to have fake sleep. I'm like, no, it's better I have that my fake sleep. And yes, after that, from 1 a.m. until 7, I stayed in bed, no problem, no complaints. One, so two, three, four, five, six, 7, 6 hours. So 6 hours in bed, no complaints. It felt like I slept, but not real sleep. I felt like, okay, yeah, it looks like I'm dreaming, but I'm not really sleeping. Like I could feel it's a fake dream. It's not real dream, right? Like you will know when you have a real dream, right? You know it feels different, right? It feels different. This is not the real dream. This is a fake dream. Your mind, it's like your mind is making this up. It's making these thoughts, random images, right? And and you're fully awake, and and not only that, I keep waking up throughout the night too. So like I become more aware of my surroundings, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I'm up. What time is it? I don't want to check the time. Okay, let me try again. Sleep. Okay, again. Should I check the time now? No. Let me try to sleep again. Right? So it's like that. My body is not sleeping. It's just in a stage where it's hibernating. Like I say, it's like hibernation. Hibernate, I guess you could say. Yeah, not fully off, but hibernating. Um, well, hibernate, because hibernate is the term they use for animals, right? When they sleep, I guess. Hibernate. Hibernate is another term for sleep. Okay, but I won't say hibernate. Let's fake sleep. That's better. Uh, fake sleep, yeah. But in my honest opinion, I think fake sleep is what's going to help me learn to sleep, because it will reduce bad anxiety. I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Have a fake sleep today, fake sleep tomorrow. Eventually, your body will might drift off into REM sleep, between fake and REM. You could call it light and REM. And then once you do that, it might at some points switch between REM and light. Because I think what's happening with people with insomnia like me is it all depends on the chemicals in your head, right? So my body is not making enough of it, to be honest. My body has been learned to be sleep deprived for so long, so it got lazy to produce all these sleep hormones, and it got lazy basically, and it learned not to do it, not to make it. Um, so I have to reteach my brain to make these chemicals again, and I think is when we go through all these stages of sleep, the deeper the sleep is, the more chemicals, hormones that your body makes. It's possible. So when you have very long deep sleep, you know that your body made a lot of these sleep hormones, right? Because that's like during this period of deep sleep, our heart rate goes very low, right? Um, it's like your body becomes numb, right? You cannot, uh, or not necessarily deep sleep. I think REM sleep, REM sleep. So if you're in the like any sleep that it feels real, when you feel like you slept deeply, even REM sleep could sometimes feel like you slept deeply, right? So I wouldn't call it deep sleep. I would say real sleep, real sleep. When we sleep very good, when we are like we can't even move our body to the point we can't move our body, right? It feels like you couldn't have control over your body, your surroundings. You couldn't hear anything. You couldn't see anything. You have lost control. You have lost awareness of your surroundings, and that's when I say deep sleep. I don't mean by the deep sleep of what the sleep machine tells you what deep sleep is by electrical signals. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the feeling, like you felt like you slept so good, right? And that what I mean by deep sleep. When we have that feeling, we slept so good, we slept so long, and so good and so restful. And you can feel it sometimes when you sleep so good. You're in a good mood. Your mood improves. You feel like joyful in the morning when you had enough sleep, right? You feel like your mood is different. Everything is different. You had a nice restful sleep, um, and I think to do with the amount of chemicals your body made, right? So your body made good amount of chemicals to put you to sleep, and then while you're sleeping, your body continued to produce some good, feeling good hormones. Because when you get good sleep, also your body has time to make all these other hormones that your body needs. So there's the process of sleep where your body makes hormones for you to fall asleep, and then once you fall asleep, it has time, it has energy. That's the whole point of sleeping. So your body has time and energy to do other stuff, right? But when you don't sleep well, you're taking away the time and energy that your body needs to do to fix other problems, right? And I notice on the days I don't sleep, I have diarrhea, right? I don't know if I have stomach problem or not, but it could be. But from my experience talking to other people who have insomnia, they told me, yeah, it's normal to have diarrhea when you don't sleep. Even one of my kids was having sleep problem for a few weeks, and he was having diarrhea too. And I have another person I know that also had sleep problem, and they told me the same thing. They also had diarrhea when they couldn't sleep, and it has to do with the chemicals, I guess, to keep things balanced, right? So when your body doesn't sleep, it doesn't make enough chemicals. It doesn't have the resources to make these chemicals to stabilize your stomach, to stabilize your mood, to stabilize. So you're missing a lot of these things, right? Your body is missing a lot of hormones. That's what it is. It's a hormone imbalance. Um, but if I could teach my body to have a fake sleep at least, maybe that will give it enough rest to do at least some work, some energy, to have some energy to do something. Maybe, you know, make some hormones, maybe not enough. Maybe the level of hormones is going to make not enough, but still something better than nothing, right? And slowly, slowly, gradually, it will eventually improve over time. It will, even if you make slightly more hormones with fake sleep than having no sleep at all, right? And hopefully, over time, if you continue doing this, again, it's always about persistency. You have to be persistent. This small changes you make, eventually your body will make enough of the sleep hormones, and then you'll start falling asleep, proper sleep, getting more hours of sleep, and slowly, slowly you will improve. This is my theory. I will try it. I'll have to keep trying because I'm not good at persistency. I'm not persistent. So this is the problem. But I have to force it. Keep forcing it. Keep forcing it. I don't care. Like I keep telling myself, I don't sleep, it's fine. Just let me stay in bed. Let me get fake sleep at least. Fake sleep is enough. Right? As long as I get fake sleep. As long as I don't have panic attack when I wake up. As long as like stay in bed and don't get panic attack. Then I'm okay. And sometimes, yeah, it's true. I can have that fake sleep. It is true. Sometimes I have panic attacks. And no matter what I do, I just can't get rid of it. I don't know why. I just get panic attack. So what I do, I take the pill. I get forced to take the pill, which is okay. Take the pill or drink chamomile tea or something just to calm me down. Take shower, whatever. So I got used to this habit. Okay, I have panic attack, take shower, chamomile, take pill. That's it. And just try to stay calm at least. Um, but that's what I think. We should just keep trying to sleep. Like you can't do anything. No psychiatric medication is going to help me sleep. Um, I tried everything, so I have no choice. The only thing I can do right now is just try to sleep, close my eye, and that's it. Stay in bed. If I don't sleep, just stay in bed. Even have fake sleep is okay. Fake sleep, fake dream is fine. At least eventually my body will have higher chance to recover by having fake sleep and fake dreams than staying awake and being on my phone or panicking and doing something else to distract myself from the panic, right? So, and this is normal, I guess, for a lot of us. Like when we're panicking, so like we have this bed fear. Comes nighttime and you're scared. You like you're feeling wide awake, and then you're scared to be in bed. It's like I just want the night to. I just wanted to get over the night. Like it's like in your head, it's like you're always saying like this. I just want this night to be over because I'm wide awake. I cannot sleep. I don't want to be in bed all night. It's wide awake. It's just torturous, right? You feel tortured when you're in bed all night and you cannot sleep, right? You have bed anxiety, and it's not fun. But if you teach yourself to have fake sleep, fake dream, like, oh, okay, maybe I'm asleep, okay, maybe, like, it looks like I'm dreaming. It's fake. I know it's not a real fake. Like it feels fake, but it's okay. Okay, at least I got something. You're not as much panicking, right? I noticed that. Like when I have fake sleep and fake dream, I'm not panicking. I'm not as much panicking, at least. No, I mean when I get up in the morning, it doesn't feel like I slept, and I still feel a little bit anxiety, but it's okay. I get over it. Like I feel like right now, I feel like something in my throat a little bit. I feel like my heart rate is high a little bit, okay, because I didn't sleep. Like it just I don't feel normal, but at least I didn't have anxiety at night. So I didn't have the panic attack at night, right? All because I had fake sleep. I really have like dream like event, dream like it felt like it was a dream, but it's not a real dream. It's not. Your mind is making it, right? I don't know how to explain it, how I know. Baby, baby, he's looking. He's checking on me. He's like, "What's going on, baby?" Oh, it's so cute. You wake up. Close the door. My kid's checking on me, I guess. Um. So yeah, better to have that fixed sleep if you can without having panic. If you could do without panic attack, without having panic, do it. That's my advice to myself and to other people. So fake dream, fake sleep is okay. Even though it's not a real sleep, it's not, but better than nothing. At least it helped me not having panic attack at night. That's the least thing. It helped me get through the night without any incident, right? And hopefully, if I continue doing this fake sleep, if I'm able to, even though sometimes I know I'll have to take the pill, sometimes it may not, you may not be able to do it, but if you can do it without the pill. It will help. At least I don't have the panic attack, because usually if I don't have that fake sleep, what I'll have to do is go on my phone to prevent myself from having panic attack, right? Watch something and hoping that maybe it will help me fall asleep also. And sometimes it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. So like sometimes I will watch a video and fall asleep. Like let's say I wake up at 1 a.m. or 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., right? If I wake up at that time and just watch a video, I'll fall asleep. But the videos don't work unless you have enough sleep drive. So if your body got used to sleep 6 hours a day, like let's say I'm following that habit, for a month, and my body for a month is sleeping 6 hours a day. So my body has that sleep drive for 6 hours a day. So if let's say one day I woke up after sleeping 2 hours, 3 hours, and still feeling sleepy. So yeah, watching that video might help me fall asleep. So you have to know when the video works, right? But then again, the next day if I do the same thing, watch the video, fall asleep, watch it, but then it gets used to it. It's like, and then your body is like, it gets bored from the videos, right? Eventually, and then like, oh no, today you're not gonna fall asleep. So any sleep aid, whether it's videos could be a sleep aid or medications or whatnot. Eventually, they will fade away their effect. For me, at least, from my experience. So you cannot do them too often, right? You cannot do these things too often. You cannot use sleep aid like videos or medications or whatever you use, music. Some people music. If you use it on daily basis, eventually it will fade away their effect and they will not work. So they'll be like, what? They'll be like, why before it helped me sleep? Why now it's not helping me sleep? I don't know. I don't understand. And the reason why you don't know, you don't understand, because your body adapts. It's like there's an adaptation, right? It's like, oh, okay, this is the same thing. So it's become bored, right? Your body becomes bored from that thing. It doesn't distract you enough. So this is the thing about adaptation, right? Once it becomes the norm, you become bored of it. It doesn't give you the same amount of distraction to help you fall asleep as before, right? So you have to keep things interesting, right? To the brain. The brain is the biggest enemy for human, right? Is the biggest enemy. Our brain is our biggest enemy. Surprisingly, like people with mental illness, the brain is their biggest enemy. Okay, so you have to combat everything, your thoughts, your brain. I don't know, and I'm not saying my insomnia was caused by my brain. It was caused by me taking sleep medications, but eventually my brain also, my thoughts can also influence my sleep eventually, right? Because once you have panic attack, then thoughts become involved, right? Once you have anxiety due to the lack of sleep, due to the hormonal imbalance, because the sleep medications cause sleep problems. My brain got used to the chemistry of the sleep medications, and then now it's become hard to fall asleep. And when you don't fall asleep, what happens? You get panic attacks, you get negative thoughts, you get the whole package, or the whole baggage, whatever you want to call it. And so this is the problem. When you don't sleep, you become hormonally imbalanced. Your thoughts become, and because of that, your thoughts go out of normal. You don't think properly anymore. You're always in a bad mood, right? And yes, sure, anxiety and depression takes control, and you have to control anxiety and depression to get back your sleep, right? You have to control it. Sure, I mean, I was in denial for a while. Like, I don't have depression, I don't have anxiety. I know what caused my sleep problem. It was the sleep medications. Prior to taking sleep medications, it's ironically because I had no sleep problem before. I was only like, okay, I'm sleeping 6 hours a day. I'm just gonna take sleep medications to help me stay maybe 10 hours of sleep because I want to get 10 hours sleep. I made a mistake. So I took a lot of supplements. It was not just the sleep medication, other supplements too. I was working out and doing all this stuff. So something caused imbalance in my body, chemical, hormonal, whatever you want to call it. That caused my sleep problem. It was not depression, it was not anxiety. However, anxiety and depression followed my sleep problem, right? It came after, not before. That was not the cause of my sleep problem, right? So the underlying cause was chemical initially. But then now I'm thinking, if nothing is wrong with me, my body, I don't know yet, because doctors here in Canada, they don't do shit. They don't test anything. If there's nothing physically wrong with me, then the only issue right now I have to deal with is anxiety and depression. And there's no psychiatric medications that will help me with that. I tried almost everything. It doesn't work. So the only thing I can do is my mind, right? Is me controlling my thoughts and controlling everything. And that's what I have to do to get over the problem. I have to be in control of my thoughts, of my mood, of everything. And that's the only way I'm gonna conquer insomnia. The thing is with insomnia, like, yeah, some days you'll have improvements, and then eventually you break free from that cycle. And that, I think, it happens to a lot of people too. It's like, oh yeah, for a few months you're sleeping really good, and then all of a sudden you're back to shit again. Because sometimes we break a habit, right? You will feel good, like, oh no, it's not a problem anymore. My sleep is not a problem, so I'm gonna do whatever I want, right? Stay late at night, blah blah blah, and then you relapse. Just like alcohol, exactly the same thing. When you're describing sleep problem, it's like you're describing alcoholic problem. Exactly the same thing. You stay away from the alcohol for a while. You're feeling so good, like, oh no, I'm in control. You feel so confident. I'm in control of myself. Oh, it's okay if I drink maybe another alcohol. Just for tonight, I'm gonna celebrate an event that happened. Maybe my birthday. Boom, boom, boom. You drink one. Then what happens? You're feeling shit the next day. And then slowly, slowly, bad habits starts coming back. You relapse. And the same thing was happening to me. I improve. Before, my sleep was 6 hours a day. Now it's barely 4 hours, right? So I relapsed. I had an improvement. I have a relapse. Why? Because I was not persistent. So I had some days I decide to stay late at night to study, to do something, right? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in control of my sleep. I'm getting 6 hours sleep. It's okay. It doesn't have to be 8 hours. And slowly, slowly, and I got really worse and got really bad. And then that's what happened. I relapsed. So being persistent is key to improving your sleep. This is what I'm trying to say here. You cannot relapse. You relapse, you know your problem because you did something. That's why you relapsed. Something happened, you cause you to relapse. Okay. And it happens to a lot of people with insomnia, I guess. They improve for a few weeks and then they go back to shit again. Because they did something that caused them to relapse. Uh that's all for today.